Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So today's a special video. As Galentine's Day is coming up, I wanted to celebrate all of you lovely ladies, and I wanted to thank you for supporting my channel. So I thought I would do an eyeshadow tutorial with the Plouise It Takes Two. I have recently said I don't want to be doing any more eyeshadow tutorials just because they're not getting the views, and I feel like my subscribers don't want to see them. But how could I not use this for Galentine's Day? So it says, half of my heart belongs to you. And this is just such a stunning palette, guys. I could have used this for that fun size collab I'm doing, but it's brand new and I don't want to use it up too quickly. But look at this palette. Stunning. I think today I want to use this duo here together and then this Ride or Die. Yeah. I think it's going to be very orange toned, so let's get into it. Just wipe this brush off. On my dressing gown, it's going in the wash. Yeah, so excuse my appearance. Just got out of the shower and I just thought I'd jump on and do this look with you guys. I'm doing it anyway, so I may as well do it. I love this palette. I love the little lights on it, so it feels like you've got a little Hollywood mirror. Okay, so I'm going into this part, this matte part of this eyeshadow, which is called Ride or Die. I've never used it before, so I'm just going to look off to the side. Oh, that's getting hot. Why is that so hot? Sorry guys, my mum got me this radiator around Christmas time because the flat gets so cold. She bought one for me, and I was reading the manual the other day and it says you can't put it into, you know, like an adapter, so like a, what are they called? I don't even know what they're called, but you get those adapters, don't you, that you plug into the wall, and they've got 3 or 4 sockets, so you can't use that. Sorry. Could do with my little... Oh, it's over there. So you have to put it into the plug socket rather than use any kind of adapter. So I just used the one underneath my vanity. And all of a sudden it started going really hot in here. And I've also got my central heating on as well. I mean, this is how bad it is where I live. It heats up really well. It's really hot. But it doesn't heat the room up. And I keep telling them I've got damp. And all they say is, open your windows. Well, that's all very well, but when it's 4 degrees, the first thing you feel like doing is opening your windows. So I think I'm just going to get them out again and just, I have opened the windows and just tell them I've opened the windows, and it's still very cold. I mean, it's no way to live, let's put it that way. Everything feels damp. Like for clothing, I have to put it in the tumble dryer for a few minutes before I put it on my body, and that shouldn't have to happen. Anyway, that's enough about me. I didn't mean to get so personal. But, no. Yeah, I was just wondering why the little radiator that my mum got me felt really hot. Right, let's use this brush here. So I'm going to go in with this powder, because we don't have anything like that in the palette I'm using today. Just going to put that in the brow bone. Yeah, so this is our Galentine's Day look. Let's see what we can come up with. And the reason I wanted to do it is because ever since I started my channel, especially in the pandemic, I made so many friends on here, and I wanted to celebrate you lovely ladies, so thought we'd have a bit of a chit chat, get ready with me. It's not really a get ready with me, is it? Because all I'm doing is my eyes. I think when I do the Valentine's Day look, I'll do a full face of Valentine's Day makeup that I pulled out in my Shop My Stash recently. I'm going to use, I'll use this one. The brush that Naomi got me. The brush that I've just been using now is a one off Morag, the Spectrum one. So the Spectrum B07, let's just put that in there. Then we're going to go into a darker shade. Right, let's go into this Together matte. And I'm going to gradually just get darker and darker, I think. I wouldn't mind using all the mattes in that palette. I'm not going to recommend them, even though I'm using it on the channel. I'll never buy from Plouise again. This basically was the last order from Black Friday last year that I made, and what a shambles that was. The problem is with Plouise, they put Black Friday sale on from the beginning of November to the end of November, and I don't know what happened. I don't think they had the staff to fulfill the orders, and all the orders kind of was going awry. Some orders were getting to customers with nothing in the boxes, just the boxes, with a slip that said, sorry, but your product is out of stock. Paige from Plouise said, it's really, really embarrassing for me that this has happened. Apparently, all the orders get sent from a different warehouse, so she didn't know anything about it. I'm not saying it's not true. Sorry. I need to tell you what I'm going in with now. BFF. So that matte from the BFF duo. I'm not saying it's not true, guys. I'm just saying what a shit show it was. And another friend has ordered since from Plouise, and she got her order fine. And she lives in the same country as my friend originally who ordered. So they're both international. So it just goes to show, when you're actually doing big sales like Black Friday sales and things like that as a brand owner, you need to get your shit together, because they didn't just let down my friend, they let down a lot of people by not giving them the correct orders. Then I'm going to go into right arm. Just going to use this one for the outer V. So then we've used all of the mattes. I don't think I'm going to be able to use all of these shimmers. They blend out well together though. I will say that about it. Yeah, so I'm going in with right arm now, the matte from right arm. Sorry, that's in your way. And then I'm going to get another brush, hopefully, one that's clean. Let's use this one and try and blend it out a bit. So I'm not doing much today. I wanted to film this today before I went to my mum's. Today's Sunday, because I'm not going to get the chance tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 12th of February, my birthday, and I know I'm not going to get the chance to film it. I might, if I can, come on and do a live before I go to my mum's in the morning, or whenever I go. It might be afternoon, so I need to just ask her when she wants me to go. Probably be after lunchtime when I go, so I might come on in the morning if I do my makeup and do a live. I don't know why I'm saying this to you now, because by the time you watch this video, if you watch this video, that live video will already be up if I decide to do it. Right, then I'm going to go in with this Wayne Goss eyeliner, a favourite and a staple. Oh, I poked myself in the eye. Wonderful, isn't it? Right, then I'm going to go in with the Ted Baker one to tightline. This one's in black. The Wayne Goss one was in brown. This one is, well, the Barfing Project pan actually. Now, I think I'm going to be using this one for in a corner here. So, let's go in with this one. This kind of orange one out of the Together Heart duo. This one's quite red toned, or like a reddy orange. I might have to go in with a finger. I don't know if I like that. It's very red. Right, let's do the other eye and then see what they look like together. Normally I like Plouise eyeshadows. They're normally really soft, but these don't feel soft. Maybe I can try them once. Maybe I'll go in with a finger once I've done this. Okay, let me get a small brush so I can do the inner corner. There's one here. So we're going to go in, I think, with this one, because this one is the lightest shade in the palette. It's that one there. And that one's from the Ride or Die. Oh, that one's soft. I can feel how much softer that is compared to the one from Together. Isn't it weird how there's different formulas in the palette? I'd say this is more metallic. I mean, the mattes, all the mattes have played very nicely together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some swatches of the shimmers. There's only 3 shimmers, so I'll just do them on the back of the hand. Let's go into that together again. Yeah, it's a lot stiffer. I mean, it's nice, so I'd just say it's stiff. Then we're going to go in with the 17 Another Level mascara. Right, and then I'm just going to go and get changed, and then I'll put a lipstick on with you guys, and then we'll do the swatches on this palette here. Can you see the gold has gone into this matte shade here? That's how much softer that is compared to that. So we'll look at this again in a minute. Right, I've got 2 lippies. I've not done anything to my hair because I've got this Dermatits. I still can't remember the name of it, even though I put it in the previous video, and it affects the scalp. So I'm thinking I don't really want to put any hair products on. I mean, I could probably do it here, but then I've got all this kind of rash going up my neck, and it's coming around the other side as well. I don't think you can see it as much here, but it's coming around there as well. So I just feel like I've washed my hair today. I've not conditioned it or anything. It needs a really good cut, like that much off it. Because can you see how the curl is really healthy there, and then it goes really kind of frizzy down here, so it needs a lot doing to it. I'm hoping I'm going to get to go to the hairdressers in the next couple of weeks. I've held off for far too long. Before I go to the hairdressers, I'd like to get shut of that really, so I don't really want to be going to the hairdressers when I've got dermatitis in my head. But anyway, you really didn't want to know that. It's a bit too much information, I guess. So I've got 2 lippies and I don't know what to wear. I think this one would be the better one. Fire. It's called Heroine. Lisa had it on a few weeks ago and I'm like, oh my gosh. And she's like, I'm wearing that lippy that you've got. And I'm like, I've got that. I was going to order it off eBay. I was going to break my no-buy for it. You should have seen how fast I went to my drawer to see if I had it, and I do. And then we've got this one, Groundbreaker. No, I think it's too neutral. I'm going to put that in my pot though. Maybe we can use it a different day. And then use this now. Should I use a red lip liner? I think I should. Right. Shall we use the NYX one? This is where I keep them. It's so cute, isn't it? Very me. Let's just put that around there. I think it's going to need sharpening. I don't even know if it's still in date, you know. I've had it that long. I've put the heater back on because that gives off more heat than my own central heating. The only issue with it is I've got to be sat next to my vanity. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Okay, I'm going to have to look in my mirror. Oh, this, by the way, didn't tell you the shade, did I? It's called Summer Tease. I don't know if they do that shade anymore because it's quite old. I should do a lip liner project pan. Is there one going? Is there one? Does anyone know of a lip liner project pan? I know there's a lipstick project pan. Maybe when one of my items from the 24 in 2024 is used up, and maybe I'll put this in it actually. I think I'm just going to fill the entire lip in and then just go over it with that Maybeline lipstick. I'm going to put that in the drawer just so I can say in the project pan that I've used it. And we're going to also use this. I find these really sticky. I feel like this is going to now change the colour because I've used that lip liner underneath. The one good thing about them though, guys, is they do stay on. I have got quite a few of these in my collection. I prefer the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Crayons, I think they're called. Put the hair out. Not really going to do anything with a fringe. I feel like the Lion King, I've absolutely done nothing. And it's like, there's a lot of hair there, isn't there, guys? And the fringe, I normally straighten it. I'm not going to do that. I might if it's dry by the time I go to my mum's later. Oh, we're not stopping there, are we? Because I said that I would. There's 4 shimmers in that palette. I'm not going to swatch the mattes because I don't have an issue with the mattes. Let's swatch the shimmers. And I'll show you what they look like on the finger. Then swatch them on the back of my hand. Look at that. That's that gold that's in the inner corner. From the first duo, which is called Ride or Die. I need to go over that again. It's pretty sheer. So that's that one. Then Together, which is this one here. That's one that I used. It's very stiff. And it's getting hard pan because I've gone in with my fingers. That's sheer as well. Feels like more satin than anything. Pretty colour. Pretty eyeshadow though, but it feels more satin. BFF, I've not used that one yet. So, well, I've used the matte. That feels soft. Oh, look at that. I should have used that today. That would have looked really nice with that top. I'll be using it this week sometime. I don't know if I'm going to film. Probably just put the look on Instagram. And then the last one is right arm. And that's quite nice as well. I'd say the best formula is probably BFF, this one here, and Ride or Die, this one here. That one's nice, but it's not as nice as those two. And then that's probably the worst one. Yeah, I'm really, really liking that. Should I just do the mattes as well? Right, so that's Ride or Die. That's the one that we used today. It's like a pale, kind of orange brown. Then we've got Together. I've also used that today. Well, I've used them all today, haven't I? Forgot about that for a minute. Then I used BFF. That one's a bit patchy. Then I used Right Arm. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the way the looks come out. Right, so shimmers, mattes. Like I said, some of them are patchy. These two in particular, the darker brown ones, are patchy. I don't think is the way I've swatched it, but that's what it looks like. I don't think it would look like that on the eyes, but just as I've swatched it on the back of my hand, probably texture on the back of my hand, that's how they've come out. But yeah, I'm really, really happy I've got this palette in my collection. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more looks with this week. Like I said, if you want to see them, you'll be able to see them on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.